Wednesday last year, whistleblower Babita Deokaran was shot dead outside her Johannesburg home. At the time, she was acting chief financial officer at the Gauteng Health Department and was going to be a witness in a COVID-19 equipment procurement scandal valued at millions. The Ahmed Kathrada Foundation will hold a memorial event in Deokaran's honor today. Its executive director, Neeshan Balton, joins us now to take this discussion even further. Neeshan, thank you so much for your time and good morning to you. I just wonder what this day symbolizes for our democracy. It's exactly a year since Babita Deokaran was killed outside of her home. The mastermind still at large, and I wonder what hope this then gives to anyone out there who may have incriminating information about any, corruption or maladministration, and they're just wondering what today actually means.
Good morning and greetings to your viewers. I think the intention of killing somebody like Babita Deokaran was precisely to instill a sense of fear amongst the many good public servants from speaking out. And that's what assassinations like this are meant to do. Now, if you take the assassination of the Abashlali activist recently, over the last few days, it's exactly the same kind of thing. It's instilling fear into communities from speaking out and from opposing what might be wrong at that point in time. And once there is fear, then those who are intent on corruption have free rein to do whatever they want to do. And for me, that's what today signifies. But it also signifies the fact that they have not succeeded. There are people who are on trial. There is slow but some action by the provincial government announced recently. And there are many, many more public servants, I am sure today, who will want to, in Babita's honor, speak out against whatever they see that is going wrong in their places of work, because they would take courage from the work of the Zondo Commission and of the many people who have come before the Zondo Commission as well.
Right. When we talk about whistleblowers, Neeshan, obviously government has a role to play in terms of, witness protection, whistleblowers feeling protected, knowing that they are protected. In your opinion, do you think they have done enough? Do they continue to do enough to protect witnesses and whistleblowers in this country?
I think they could be doing much more. And a simple thing. After Babita Deokaran's assassination, there were indications that, people in government or even in the presidency would have met with a group of whistleblowers to understand the weaknesses in the law, to understand what could possibly be done. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think such a gathering has in fact happened at all, either at provincial or even national government level. Now, if you don't really talk to the people who have been inside, who best know where the weaknesses are in the legislation, who best know what the cultural changes are that's required, then the most simple things are not being done. And hence, I think amending the legislation and all other forms of protection, I think have just been incredibly slowly done thus far.
As I'm listening to you speak, I just wonder, if I am a witness and a whistleblower, what do I do right now? You did mention before that the intention of the mastermind and the killers was to instill fear. With what's happened with Babita, what we know of other whistleblowers who have fled the country, some who have remained silent, if I'm one of them, what would you advise I do? Do I continue to expose the rot in the country that I've witnessed? Do I mind my own business, protect my life and protect my family as well and their lives? What would you advise whistleblowers who are in the situation right now to do?
It's always a very difficult question to answer because each one will have very different circumstances. But first and foremost, those who are intent on blowing the whistle are motivated by things, by wanting to change what they see as being going wrong in their particular environment. And I would suggest to people, gather the information, talk to those that you trust. If it's in an institution that is perhaps well run, then use the formal systems that are there to basically blow the whistle through the regulatory channels. If not, there are huge amounts of civil society organizations that people can talk to, Whistleblower House being one of them, who would be able to guide people through the processes that are required with possibly the necessary safety and security. But I must emphasize that there is always risk in this kind of work, but it's being done because there is a sense of the need to want to change what is going wrong in a particular place of work or environment.
That's right. Before I let you go, Neeshan, I know that today you're hosting an event to honor the memory of Babita Deokaran. Take me through exactly what you will be addressing at the event and how this can encourage more conversations like this, talking about witness protection, whistleblower protection, and ensuring that Babita's name is not forgotten. Because when we talk about Babita Deokaran, we talk about what happened to her, her family, what happened with what she saw at Tembisa Hospital. That will continue to speak about the importance of the protection of whistleblowers.
So today we will honor Babita Deokaran as well as the many other whistleblowers who have met similar fates in this democracy. We have, importantly, Martha Ngoy, who has been going through a similar kind of harassment at her place of work in terms of exposing corruption there. We have, importantly, the head of the SIU, Andy Motibe, who will talk about this from his area of work. And then the acting director general of National Treasury, Ismail Mamoniat, who has been speaking out on the issue of Bain and others, who will address her memory from the point of view of National Treasury, tenders, and issues of corruption. Then there are a range of civil society organizations who will also be giving messages of support, including the ashram that she was a member of in Johannesburg South. And then the audience will reflect. Lastly, provincial government will be given an opportunity to provide any updates that it thinks is necessary and worth sharing with this audience, if they in fact attend tonight at all. So we see this as a moment of reflection, and from here, hopefully, all kinds of conversations would go forward about not only Babita, but the issue of stamping out corruption in this country.
Well, I appreciate you speaking to us this morning and talking to us about the importance of whistleblower protection as well. Neeshan Balton, Executive Director of the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation.